buntag. It is morning. I say my buntag on every video, even if it's afternoon or evening, just because I like the way it sounds. But today actually is my buntag, and it snowed last night. So I woke up to this. Oh, oops, dirty window, sorry. And all the Filipinos say, oh, I can't wait to see that. And all the people who live here saying, you're welcome to it. It's all yours. This video is going to be our plan 2.0, 2.1. So this is more or less a supplement. The next video, which I'll probably do today, I'll have 2 video uploads today, will be ideas of making income while you're in the Philippines. And we're going to explore a lot of ideas, and you're going to give me a lot of ideas in the comments. And that's what this, a couple things I want to go over in the supplemental video is all the great stuff that you guys have been doing. Now, the channel, let me see what this, I'm at 727 views on yesterday's video. It's not a lot of views. I mean, for my channel, it's solid numbers. But in the big picture, it's pretty small compared to some of these other guys, some of these other vloggers who put up and they get, they're already at 3,000 or 4,000 views in 24 hours. But what I like, and I'm proud of, and I think that we excel at, is I've got 70 comments on those 700 views. And they're all really, really good comments, and they're all very informative. And I'm learning so much from you guys. Like I said in that one video, I'm not an expert. This is an experience channel, and I'm learning. Now, I do have some points of view that I think that are solid, but you can never stop learning, and no one knows everything, and you'd have to be a real pretentious turd head to think that you know it all. So there's some really, really great comments, some things that I'm going to explore, some things I'm going to research and investigate. And the main things are we have really good discussions on building materials, what we can build our houses out of, and but I want to also just nix this in the bud. But other vloggers have told me too that most, not all, but a lot of viewers, they only absorb about 25% of what you say. And I notice that because I get asked the same questions over and over and over again. I think, yeah, didn't I answered that 4 times already in some of my videos? Or they only watch 4 minutes out of a 12-minute video, and then they start posting. It's like, yeah, if you would have continued to watch the video, you would have seen that we addressed this. So don't waste my time. That's not true. I mean, none of this is a waste of time. But one thing is people saying, well, spend 3 or 4 years before you get married, and I've said this before, they don't give poor Filipinas tourist visas. I have to go over there and see her. It's the only way we can see each other, okay? And I have to work. I can't go for 2 or 3 months at a time, or I can't move there for quite a few years. As I explained, I have to live here. She can't come over and see me. So it's just not going to cut it of me going 2 or 3 times, 2 or 3 times a year to the Philippines to spend a couple months. I mean, that's not going to cut it. And she just can't come here and spend a couple months and then fly back. The only way to get her here, the only way this is going to work at this stage is the K1 visa. It gets approved. She comes here. We have 90 days to get married. Because we want to be together, of course. Anybody who's in love wants to be together. So we've spent a couple years together already. I think we just 20 months is what we're at now. So we're just shy of 2 years. I think I'm a pretty sharp cookie. There's no scamming in her. She's just an honest province girl. I don't think she doesn't care if she comes here or if I go live there. Actually, I think she'd prefer if I went to go to live there. So I don't think she's here with me just to get her green card to come to the United States. And I don't think she's with me just to, wait till I build a house and we build a life and then for her to pull the rug out and just take it off from me. I could be wrong, but I really don't think so. Her actions, if this is a con, it's the longest con ever. Not to say it's not going to happen, but we are going to get married. We are going to buy land. And if the worst thing I do is lose the money on the land, hey, I think it's probably cheaper than most American marriages. So, and we might buy the land, but it's going to take time, years and years and years to improve it. And in let's say in the first year that she's here, we have the land and we're together, and I, smell a snake and I don't think it's going to work out, I'll stop improving the land. So the worst thing I'll lose is the land. But I think after 3 or 4 years of living together in marriage and then slowly improving the property, I'm going to feel pretty comfortable. The other thing is I'm not going to sell everything I own and move over there and not have any backup reserves. The whole idea of the next video that we're going to do is how can I keep all that money? So how can I keep if I sell all, like I said, if I sell everything, move over there, how can I keep all that money that's mine already and not have to dip into my savings on top of my Social Security? So if it all goes to hell, I'll have enough money to start up over again. And if I choose to, I can just stay in the Philippines, just on a tourist visa or whatever type of visa I have at the time, start all over again. It's cheap there. So I have thought a lot about this. So there's a lot of redundant posts about to protect myself, and I know that it comes from the best intention. I know you're doing it as a concern, and my best intentions are in your thoughts. So I understand that, but just know that I have thought a lot about this. Let's talk about being rude. Rude, as they say in the Philippines. Don't be rude. Eat the lechon. Don't be rude. So on the land of Yna's brother, I got actually quite a few emails, a lot of interest about that. I think it might be sold too. But I'm not going to sell it to this one guy who asked me a bunch of questions. And we were very cordial, talking back and forth. And Yna's on 12 hours difference, so she sleeps while I'm awake. So, we have a small window in the mornings and the evenings to communicate because it's 12-hour difference, 12, 13-hour difference over there. So right now she's just went to bed. It's 10 o'clock over there. So I just said goodbye to her before I started this video. So I answered all his questions best I could. And I'm not sure if he asked me for the address, but I volunteered saying, oh, she just texted me, messaged me. So I answered like, I don't think it's in a flood zone. I think there's a few sorry stores around that neighborhood's questions he asked. And I said, there's not really an address in the country. In the provinces, there's not really addresses. So this is how you find the property on Google Maps. And I explained to him where to look, what landmarks to find, and you can zoom in and you can find the land. And his response was, are you new to the Philippines? Because I think you're wrong. There are addresses in the country. You know what? Just give me the contact information of the seller and I'll just deal with him directly. So I thought that was very rude. And the truth of the matter is, there's no real solid addresses in the province. Maybe in Manila and Cebu in the cities they'll have numbers, street numbers and things like that. But where this property was, Paroque 2, Paroque's like a road, Paroque 2, Barangay Dog, Negros, Philippines, or I might say Hinobaan, Negros. And a Paroque's a road. So in that Paroque, and it's not on the National Highway, this piece of property. It's off a barangay road. So you're going down the National Highway, which in this case it was Paroque 2. So if you had a house on the National Highway, your address is Paroque 2. And then you make this left or right, you turn towards the ocean and you go down this barangay road. All those houses up and down that road are Paroque 2. So if you write, they all have the same address. And then you go down a few kilometers and then it'll turn into like Paroque 3 or Paroque 1, depends on what direction you're going. And all those houses in that area, they all have the same exact freaking address. So the good thing about the province is they know everyone by name pretty much. So if it's addressed to someone's name and it says Paroque 2, they'll say, oh, I know this guy. Or sometimes you have to put your phone number down and you'll have to call. They'll call you and say, hey, your package is here, come get it. Or your package is here, where do I deliver it to? I'm not sure exactly where you're at. So there was really not there's no street address, street numbers. So if I would have given him Parok 2, Barangay Dog, all that, you type that into Google Maps, it's not going to show you shit. It's not going to show you where the land's at. So I thought that was very rude of him, and he ain't buying the land, because we don't need rude people living in Dog next to my my in-laws. So yeah, don't be rude. You know, there's no reason to be rude. If you thought that I was wrong, there's much nicer ways of communicating, and so I try not to be rude to people, and you should not be rude to me. So don't be rude. So I think that's my my supplement, my star log, my Stardate 2.5. We are going to be covering ways to make income in the next video, and I got a lot of good ideas, and I know you guys are going to give me a lot of great ideas back, and you're going to help me grow the channel. This is a really interactive channel, and this is what I'm really excited about, is the feedback I get from you guys. So keep the good comments coming. Don't be rude. Just be constructive. If we were sitting face to face and we're having a discussion about this, and you wanted to add to the discussion, you wouldn't be rude. We talk face to face. So just pretend it's the same on my channel. I'll try to be patient and not rude to you, and just you know, give me the same consideration. I know there's always going to be shit starters, and that's the nature of trolls on the internet, and I've got thick skin, but I just want to keep this a very civil channel, and this is an exchange of information channel. So I'll exchange the information I have, you give it to me, and sometimes I'll turn around and give it right back to you from my viewers. So if I learn something new, and if I remember who you are, I'll give you a shout out. Oh, one thing I wanted to add is, because we were talking about material construction of houses, I'm going to give a shout out to Tom and Ruth's Philippine Adventure. He's got really nice content. He should be getting a lot more views than he is too. But I don't think, like me, I don't think he really does it for the money. But he has an expandable house. So I know a lot of my viewers are viewers of his. But if you're not a viewer of his, go to his channel, Tom and Ruth's Philippine Adventure. Do a search for that, and then look through his videos and find his expandable house. It's a couple years old, I think, or at least a year, if not more. So he buys this house as like a container, like a shipping container. They come, they set on the land, and they open it up, and it's a little 2-bedroom house. It is little. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a pretty little tiny house, but he seems to be quite happy with it. It's really well made, especially when it comes to Filipino standards. And it has all the windows and the blinds. It's got the counters and the plumbing. It's got a bathroom. It's got doors. Everything's done. And I'm pretty sure, he told me the price exactly, and I know it's below $15,000. And that's delivered, the cost of the crane to get it and set it down. Everything from China was $15,000 for this little house. And it looks really durable. And it's something to consider. It's something you should look into. So I'm going to give him a shout out. Go check out his channel. Subscribe to his channel if you haven't already, because I think he's a nice guy and he's got really good content. And he's from Mindanao. I don't know much about Mindanao, so I like watching his channel because it's an area I know very little about. I'm a Visaya guy. So anyway, so let's wrap this up. I love you guys. You're awesome. You're make me get up in the morning to make these videos, because I love the interaction. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I think we're at 906 or 907. It's really moving slow, the subscribers, but that's okay. We just want to get up to 1,000, and that'll feed into the video I'm going to put up later about how to make extra money in the Philippines. You know what I'm going to say? Oh, I think this is like one of my last paintings. I'm running out of paintings, so I'm sure everybody knows. I should have started with the easier ones and moved on to the harder ones. This is a pretty easy one, and yesterday's was super easy. So I'm sure. Go ahead and comment if you know who it is. I know most people are going to know who it is. It's a pretty iconic pop culture figure. So anyway, so there I go, just babbling on again. Subscribe, like, comment, stay freaking classy. Ciao.